You're down. Sweeney.
You what?
That bloke. Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of this filth. I didn't see him. I just didn't see him.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Get an ambulance.
It wasn't my fault.
All right, get an ambulance.
Could have been drunk, looks like.
Look.
He's a copper.
Get your trousers on. You're nicked. Get him in the car. You can have a lie-in, darling. Detective Inspector Regan, Flying Squad. Where's John Minshaw?
Jono,
What?
the old Bill's here.
Local, Nick.
The Sweeney!
Coming.
Morning, Squad 501. Morning, Squad 501. Come in, 501.
Squad 501 receiving.
Officer in charge to proceed to St. Cuthbert's Hospital. Sergeant Cowley involved in personal injury. Most serious and most urgent.
Squad 501 received. Over and out. Hospital. Fast. How is Carly?
Rubber, sir.
Where is he?
In X-ray. Now I'll let you talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
He won't be longer.
Well, Dr. Richardson, please go to casualty. Dr. Richardson to casualty.
Doctor, I'm Detective Inspector Regan. This is one of my boys. How is he?
Not good.
What do you mean, not good?
Keep your voice down.
When can I see him?
Later.
What time later?
Later? Look, it's our problem now. Just go away.
Doctor, you don't understand. If this man dies, there are 30,000 policemen involved.
Well, that's your problem. He's very ill.
But what are his chances?
He was semi-conscious, Gov. They only gave him a minute.
So?
Well, he was rambling. Kept mumbling something about the Mallory lot. Mallory mob.
Mallory? George Mallory?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no, he didn't have his nose up the Mallory firm.
Governor couldn't understand it about his diary.
Carly's?
They checked it. He ain't put pen to paper in 4 days.
I don't follow.
Nothing.
Not even expenses? You saying he hasn't written a line in 4 days?
Nobody knows what he was doing south of the river last night. What he was up to or who he saw.
You got your driver here?
No go.
Right, get him. We're going back to the yard. Show as soon as there's any news. I don't understand why Carly said Mallory mob. He was over the river. That's Tussock country. Mallory's West End.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Gov.
Somebody must know what Carly was up to. He must have done some paperwork. Go through his desk again, then check his place.
Right, Gov.
You heard about Carly?
Yeah, Haskins wants you. Urgent.
Give me Serious Crime Squad, Mr. Laker.
Laker's in the conference room, Jack.
Mallory, 3 years back. He just bought a chain of garages. Involvement with foreign registered cars. Look out for the man on his left. Albie Tucker, ex-boxer, a key man. Tusser, he got 18 months last year. And Edward Grenfell, Tusser's draftsman. Picture taken August '68. We haven't seen Grenfell for 3 months. He's probably working on something. Tusser and Mallory, we understand this is the only time they met. Non-reliable informant states they met to divide certain areas of action in London. Says night ended with Mallory getting very drunk. What the hell are you doing here? This one's down to serious crime squad.
We've had one of our young skippers smashed up in Tusser country.
Yes, I'm sorry. We've had most of our resources on that Tusser lot since Mallory went off to Spain. And now your lad's blown it.
He's badly smashed up.
Yes, and that's not all the damage, is it? So let us pick up the pieces.
How could Cowley, only 6 months with us, go through the last 4 days without writing a line?
Well, there's two reasons blokes like Cowley don't fill in their diaries. You know them better than I do.
Do I?
You get a phone call from a Fulham pub. Get down here in 10 minutes, you'll catch a suspect. You don't have time to find your diary.
For 4 days, he writes nothing.
So he was onto the Mallory mob. He writes Mallory in his diary, you pull him off. It's a gangbusters case.
What do you think he had on Mallory?
Some tip. Whatever it was, they sussed him out.
It was your responsibility. You should have known what he was doing down there.
I accept that, sir.
Now, I suppose you want to go crashing in there. See what you can find out. Well, don't. I've already told the gangbusters that we won't interfere. I don't want any more hassle, right? Cowley isn't married, is he?
No, lives with his grandmother.
Anybody been to see her?
Not yet. She does know he's been injured.
Go and see her. Tell her everything's all right. You know there are going to be some changes around here.
I heard, yeah.
There's a meeting at 6 o'clock in the squad room. Be there. I've got a feeling it's going to clip your wings. Meanwhile, stay away from Tusser and Mallory. They belong to serious crime squad, understood?
Hey, Tom.
Your bad news, Jack, the worst.
Look, Tom.
Look, you're off the case, so what do you want?
My boy's on the danger list. You corner the market in Mallory, and he's the only lead we've got.
We're moving on the boy.
So?
We've already picked up 2 of Mallory's lot.
Like?
Chapel and Tick Benton.
Ah, shrimp fishing. Look, give us a line. I might have something for you. I just want to know what happened. What harm can that do?
Why Mallory? Every snout in London knows it is in Spain. He won't be back till Tusser's out of jail in 2 months.
What else?
For you? Nothing.
Local, Nick?
Right. I got through the hospital, Gov. They just finished operating.
How's Cowley?
They're not saying.
What are they saying?
Bruises on the head and forehead consistent with a severe fall. Gravel embedded deep in the skull, traces of mud.
What kind of a fall?
Like out of a window.
So, he was around here somewhere. He was picked up here. Meanwhile, he fell out of a window.
I think the doc was suggesting he was pushed.
Thanks. Get a torch.
So.
What kind of a guy's Cowley?
Oh, he's quiet. A little strange, lives with his granny.
You pup?
Nah, just a bit odd.
Cigar ash, that couldn't have been here long.
Gov?
I'll leave that to Laker. He must find his way here sooner or later.
You want me to get the photographers and fingerprinters?
No, that's Laker's job. We're freelancing here, son. Look, if you got a big tip, something to do with the Mallory firm, and you knew that the gangbusters had a big op on against Mallory, what would you do?
I'll inform Mr. Askins, Gov.
Would you?
I wouldn't go it alone, not against a mob like that. That's what made Cowley different.
What?
Reckoned he could do it all on his own.
Where do we get all these heroes from?
Got good teachers, ain't they, Gov?
Now, this is Tusser's patch. Do you know South London?
I know it. Not like the back of my hand.
Bye-bye, Ken.
Okay, go.
Come on, jab. Keep in the middle there, come on. Jab away, George, come on. Come on, George, jab away, mate. Now keep off them ropes, George. Jab, jab, come on, George. Jab away, mate, come on. Jab. Jab it out, come on, jab it out. Jab. Come on, George, jab it out now, come on. Come on, George. Come on, George, jab it away. Come on, Ron.
Sorry about that, Danny.
I should bleed him a think so, too. I thought I needed you.
Hello.
Bit careless there, George.
Getting a bit rusty. Could you undo that?
How's division suiting you?
Huh?
How's division suiting you?
That's all right.
Oops. Working with Mr. Castle?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's a mate. He owes me a few favours. You hear about Sergeant Carley?
Yeah, did hear something. Didn't he get beaten up?
Badly.
How badly?
Very. You know him?
No, not really. Joined the squad a month before I left.
He was onto the Mallory mob. Now listen, you know more about South London than any skipper in the force, George. I need you.
I can't leave Mr. Castle.
Not even for about 2 weeks. Now, you know that other villain, Tusser, right?
Tusser, like, yeah, I grew up with him.
Mallory and Tusser are warring. I think Carley walked in the middle of it. He was worked over and accidentally hit by a car, but he took a big hiding. Now, I need your knowledge, George. If I can square it with Mr. Castle, okay? Okay?
Look, Mr. Regan, I worked for you for 18 months, right? And now I work for Mr. Castle. The hours are regular and the wife's happy. And I'm up for a promotion. Well, not only that, quite frankly, I didn't like your methods very much.
Did it take a lot of courage to say that?
No, not really.
Now, look, Mary, darling, I'm not trying to start an affair with you. Don't lift a bloody finger for me. I'm not asking for that. But you can help me put these bastards away. They've done one of ours. Okay? Now, just yes or no?
Well, if Mr. Castle agrees, then yes. My wife will go spare.
Right. I'll be in touch.
Hurry up, Annie. Okay, that'll do, love. That's fine. Right, turn over. Action. Okay. Legs up, love. Yeah, that's good. Hold that position.
Hello, Jack.
Well, Lola.
Impeccable timing as usual.
I didn't know they still wore those.
Quiet, please.
What is it then?
Shirts. I want my shirts. Did you manage to get them down?
Yeah, you'll have to square it with wardrobe there. I'm breaking in 5 minutes. You want to buy me lunch?
Sorry, love. I'm in a bit of a rush.
Well, if that's all that's wanted, I'll go back to work.
I haven't got time for anything else.
Will I see you tonight?
Well,
Tomorrow night?
definitely.
One night in 9. Not bad. Who gets you the other 8?
Oh, I'm sorry, Annie. I've got a big job on.
Is that right? Tell me, Jack, when do you ever have a small job on?
Tomorrow night, I promise.
Knockout. I'll run home now, get into me negligee and wait by the window.
Promise.
Any makeup on set?
Thanks for the shirts, love.
Yeah, I reckon it's your relationship with my ironing board that keeps us together.
And the rest, love. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Where's your driver, Gov?
This is my own car. I've been told to stay off this case. I see. You heard the latest brainwave?
No?
Flying squad, robbery squad, regional crime squad, all amalgamated into one sprawling mess. There'll be hundreds of little grey men, all working on top of each other, pots of tea and committees. But I'm one of the best DIs in the squad, you know that? They don't listen to me, they listen to committee men, no?
You know, Tusser and Mallory will have to sort it out sooner or later.
Even with Tusser in jail, these boys would still try to oust Mallory.
She's out in 2 months, right?
Right, yeah.
I'll tell you something, that's a Tusser pub.
Okay.
Used to be a good pub, this.
Before he passed out, he said Mallory's mob, Mallory's lot. Question, if this is a Tusser pub, how could Mallory's lot be in here?
2 whiskies.
2 large whiskies.
Remember me?
Should I?
Oh, I used to drink in here with my old man. Carter. He was a docker. Yeah, you shortchanged him one night. He put one on you. We want to ask you some questions.
Oh, but how many more times?
What does that mean?
Well, the old builder only left here an hour ago. 76 pence.
There are a few of us. What did you tell them?
Look, mate, I've got better things to do with myself than stand around here answering the same old questions over and over again for the bloody law.
Don't call us bloody law, mate. What did you tell them?
Nothing. I don't know nothing. 76.
I think there was a detective sergeant in here last night. He got beaten up.
Not in here, mate. He left. He went.
What time?
Oh, I don't know. Closing time, 11 o'clock.
Look, you keep your license if we say you keep it, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Were any of Tusser's or Mallory's lot in here last night?
No one.
Sergeant, is there much pimping in here? License infractions?
Yeah, I would say so.
Are we going to come back here tonight and find one tart that'll lose him his business?
Yeah, we might.
Everyone knows Tusser's lot drinking here. Names?
I don't know their names. All right, I know they're villains. But I don't ask for their custom, and I don't ask questions. 76.
You ever done bird?
No, I couldn't get a license, could I, if I'd been inside?
We do make mistakes, you know. Let's check. May I use your phone?
Funny fellow, my governor. He hates publicans.
Inspector Regan here, squad. Regan, you get me my office.
Ken,
I'd like a clearance through CRO and a publican. What's your name?
T. Maddox.
T for what, 2?
Terry.
Terence Maddox.
Terence Maddox. Yeah. Oh, your ex-wife phoned, Gov. She wants to see you urgently. Yeah, and Mr. Haskins wants to talk to you.
Well, I don't want to talk to Mr. Haskins.
Regan, where the hell are you?
I've just finished some lunch, sir. What?
The doctors say that medically they can't distinguish between the injuries from the beating up and the injuries from the car accident.
Well, they have to.
Well, they say they can't.
Cowley's dead. The doctors say they can't make a case about which injuries killed him. The beating of the car. Yeah. It means we can't even do the bastards for murder.
The largest crime-fighting force in Europe. It'll be an amalgamation of all groups, flying squad, robbery squad, regional crime squad. The identities of the 3 squads will remain.
You've seen Regan.
But all resources, equipment, and intelligence will be pooled and shared. From now on, any top criminal who departs from his normal routine for 1 second will have 200 men on top of him. In the past, all we've been able to do from time to time is to disorganize major crime. Now we're going to hit it for 6.
Where's Regan? Bullseye. Find him.
The only time I really talked to Carly was a month after he joined. I asked him if he had a girlfriend. He said he had an old girl of 78. His granny. How can I walk in there and tell that old lady it's over?
Do you want me to come with you?
No, it's my job.
Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
My name is Jack Regan, Flying Squad.
Oh, Tom talked about you. How is he?
Can we come in?
Yes. What are you doing here, love?
It's all right, I asked her to.
Have you seen Tom? Is he dead?
Mrs. Berry, I'm afraid Tom is dead.
Dead? I'll go and put the kettle on. Dead?
Tom died in the line of duty. He was a good policeman. We'll get the people who did it. Look, I'm going to leave you my phone number. Now, if there's anything you want, you just ring me and I'll come immediately. Mrs. Jones says she'll stay with you tonight. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. We'll get him, though.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave my telephone number. There'll be somebody down from the yard to make the arrangements.
Okay.
I've got to go now, but you'll make sure she's all right.
She'll be all right.
How'd she take it?
Do you know something? That old lady's got no reason to go on living now. Whoever killed Carly killed 2 people.
I rang the yard.
Yeah?
Yeah, apparently Mr. Lake has been making a lot of waves. Got blokes crawling everywhere.
Anything else?
Your ex-missus phone.
Yeah, I heard. I'll drop you at a bus stop. Hello, Kate.
You're late.
So what's new about that?
I kept Susie up till 7:30. She was so excited she thought she was going to see her dad. Poor kid fell asleep on the couch. I had to put her to bed. Why can't you ever be on time for us?
I'm on an important case. There's a young
No,
couple.
I'm not interested anymore in your silly cases and your stupid criminals.
What do you want to tell me?
It would be a good idea if you ate regularly and drank less. Have you looked at yourself lately? You look terrible. You're 35 years old and you look 45.
What do you want, Kate?
I'm thinking of getting married. Peter's coming round later.
Who's Peter?
Teacher.
They don't make much money.
Well, he works in a language laboratory, Oxford Street. He's got an income from that and a few £100 from a couple of textbooks he's written.
Can he support you?
No, not immediately. We'd calculate in a couple of years.
So what's his problem?
He's got an ex-wife and 2 kids. Look, Jack, if you could keep up the mortgage payments on here and Susie's school fees and expenses just for a couple of years.
You don't want much, do you? Let me think about it.
You need to think about it?
Yes, I need to think about it.
Get that out of the way.
Did you tell him?
Yeah. Jack, this is Peter.
Peter? Sit down.
Thank you.
Scotch?
Yes, thank you.
Right then. Why do you want to marry Kate?
I love her. I want to live with her as man and wife.
You did love someone else. 2 kids.
Both Kate and I are free. It happens to be our decision.
But you want me to part finance it?
Look, will you continue to pay Kate some money for 2 years at the most, until I can straighten myself out?
You're pretty blunt, aren't you?
I'm simply asking a question.
Let me ask you one. Aren't there a lot of young, sexy ladies without children in your part of the world? You know, Swedish girls or Dutch girls?
I don't come from Sweden or Holland. I come from Germany.
Germany?
Yes? Have I said something funny?
No. I've just had a couple of drinks. I don't like crowds.
You know, that's quite insulting.
Fact. I've never met a German that I've liked.
Don't rise to it, Peter. It's hard for him to be confronted with the kind of person he could have been.
This?
I think you'd better leave.
Uh-huh.
It requires a sense of responsibility you just don't have to sit down and calmly discuss our and Susie's future. You'll always run away from it.
I'm not running away. I am sitting in this house for which I pay £700 a year, listening to young Adolf, who intends to move in rent-free. Well, I'm sorry, but I've got to have time to think about all this. I mean, your love affair may be fun, darling, but it does involve my daughter and my bread.
I think I'd better go.
Yes, I think you'd better.
Don't go.
Don't worry. I'll go. I'll be in touch.
Don't bother.
I'll be in touch.
Where to?
Fiesta Club.
What's there?
Colorbird, Miriam Leslie.
Where does she connect?
Mallory's girlfriend.
Some girlfriend with him in Spain and her here.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, Gov. When you dropped me off last night, I went round to see a few friends. They said Mallory's a one-girl guy, and this one's been with him 10 months. You been to that club?
No, I can't afford it. Not like you skippers.
Yeah, that's right.
Where did you get the information?
Cyclops Goldberg. Used to be a snout for me. Yeah, I went round to his place. He was watching telly. The big fight. Did you see it?
No.
It's rubbish.
What about the girl?
25, jazz singer. Good class bird, no fool. Oh dear, look at the state of her. Oh, did you see that? I killed that Cyclops. He said she'd be here this morning. Did you think that's a good idea, sir?
What does that mean? Look, we can't get a warrant because I'm not on this case. Understood?
Do you think that's a good idea?
I think it's a good idea, yes. Because if I don't sort this out in the next 12 hours before they get their Cowley inquiry organized, I'm out of the force. For good. Now, if you don't see that, then on your bike and out of my way. Yeah, it's a question, you know, Carter. Are you with me 100% on this or not? Just yes or no?
I must be out of my tiny mind. Yes, Gav.
You wait here.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for Miss Miriam Leslie.
Not anymore.
Why not?
Because I'm bigger than you.
Yep. Bigger and thicker.
My job in life is to see that no one bothers Miss Leslie.
I'm not looking for trouble, but I'm going to see this.
No, pal. You're not.
One, two, three, four, and...
Hello, babe, I'm Beulah May.
Nice and cheeky.
You can call me honey.
That's my girl.
You can call me anytime at all.
Stay right there.
Detective Inspector Regan, are you Miriam Leslie?
Why?
Well, I'd like to talk to you if you are.
How'd you get in here?
Personality.
Take your personality and get out. We're closed.
Same place. 3, 4, stay.
Stay right here, I'll entertain. Though I don't... It's still too far. Let's take down some more.
Can you stay right there? 3, 4, stay right there.
What do you want?
Just a few questions.
Look, I'm a working girl and I'm working.
This won't take long.
Promise?
Promise.
Run through the break.
Okay.
You don't drink on duty.
Only scotch.
Ask your questions.
Who's the heavy up the back?
The one who's not supposed to let you in?
We came to an arrangement. Who is he?
He hangs around.
I'll let you into a secret, Miss Leslie. He's guarding you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You ever seen the Trooping of the Colour?
No.
Well, that's the Queen of England surrounded by a lot of heavies in various uniforms. And what kind of queen are you, Miss Leslie? Mallory's queen, right?
Let's try from the middle eighth again.
Right.
I hope you like my little routine, but you ain't seen nothing yet. And as a cook, I'm quite a queen. You'll find I know a lot of things to do with margarine.
Why don't you go and get yourself a coffee?
Okay.
What's the guard doing here?
Don't you know?
No, I don't know.
There are a lot of rumors going around about Mallory and Tusser people, which explains why you're here, I suppose, officer. I'm Mallory's woman, and he digs me, right? But he's worried the cops or somebody will get a hold of me, and because I'm a weak little woman, I'll blab. No way. I don't talk to nobody about nothing.
There's a lot of pressure on you, pal. I've been hearing things.
He writes.
The faithful lover.
So he's on holiday, but he comes back to me.
What's that round his neck, an Ormolu clock?
His mother gave him that. He loves his mother.
And you.
And me.
I'm worried about your friend. You know, when he comes back from Spain, one's got to chop the other, Mallory or Tusser.
But I don't know anything.
Well, you don't know till I ask. What name is he using?
I don't know.
There's a 50-50 chance you could be responsible for his death.
I don't know what name he's using. He's got a false passport.
Where did he get it? Do I have to spell it out again?
Try George South. He took these photos.
Where do I find him?
In the yellow pages, west, under photographers.
Thanks. There's a small charge for keeping Mallory alive.
What's your name?
Jack Regan.
To Jack, for all those sensational nights. Miriam.
Thanks.
Okay, Joe, let's try it again. Let's try it let's try the ending, okay?
Yeah, so if you like me hanging around. 3, 4, so in.
So if you'd like me hanging round, whether dull or sunny, I'll come running anytime at all. All you gotta do is call.
Nice beginning.
I'll come running.
That's my girl.
Say, I'll come running. I'll come running.
Yeah.
Anytime at all.
Hold it.
That's all.
Trouble?
Come on, Maria, darling. Smile. Look at Uncle Ernie. Smile. Smile, Maria. Look at Uncle Ernie. Laugh, you miserable little bitch. I won't be a minute, gents. You know what it is? These spaghetti benders, they're common market, you know. I mean, they only charge them £1. They come in here, you'd think they were being photographed at a royal wedding. Do you mind holding it a minute, sir? Uncle Ernie's nearly ready.
Good old Uncle Ernie.
What's all this, sir?
Uncle, my sergeant's going to take Mama, Papa and the Bambino walkies. Take them upstairs, George. We'll have a word with Uncle Ernie.
Scusi, Mamma, Papa.
Cos'è?
Elbow, por favor, sì. Vamos.
Vieni, vieni. Vieni, Maria. Vieni, Papa.
Cheers.
Vieni.
Grazie.
Sopra.
Yeah, you can't do this. It ain't legal.
Watch me. Spin the dark room, George.
Right, go. What are you doing? Yeah, you can't do this. You need a search warrant.
We're not searching, Mr. South.
I know, but, well, you know what I mean.
Look, you know why we're here. Why not make it easy for yourself?
She's a nice girl, you know. I mean, real close. She used to be a school teacher. Needs the money. I mean, everybody does it. There's no harm done. Oh, she needed a mortgage, help the kids at school, all that sort of thing.
It's the common market.
Be an assistant.
Naughty Uncle Ernie. I'm not surprised you keep this lot in the loo.
Seems that Tom Manston's going on holiday calling himself Albert Jones.
And George Mallory. Alias? Alias?
Arthur Smith.
Not very imaginative. Right then, what are we going to do about Uncle Ernie, George?
Oh, naughty photos, phony passports. I'd say that was a 10 stretch.
Certainly.
Yeah, leave it out. Do me favours.
Come on, Mr. South. Look, I'm only interested in Mallory. No, you help us out. Who knows?
Promise you take it easy on me.
I don't make promises.
Did you photo Mallory?
No, I copied a negative.
Who brought it?
Andy Morton.
Morton?
Mallory's driver.
And where's he now? Spain?
No, Notting Hill Gate. I delivered him myself.
Address?
Princedale Flats, number 28.
Is he still there?
I don't know. I heard he got a new job down the ice rink.
Right. You're nicked.
Yeah, you promised me that
South,
if I told you
you're a villain and a dirty old man into the bargain.
Look, I run a legitimate business here.
So does the government. They make a lot of money out of passports. Come on.
Signore, signore!
Oh, shut up! I'm gonna put him in the car. Sort this one out.
Io voglio la moneta!
Excuse, the camera kaput.
Bit cold in here.
Yes, because of the ice.
Thanks. How many other levels you got? Andy Morton. Detective Inspector Regan, flying squad. Now, you worked for Mallory, so you know the score. I want to ask you some questions. You don't want to answer them, so up front, I laid on. This is a colleague of mine. He hits people. Isn't that right, colleague? Got a miracle technique. You want to see it?
What do you want to know?
You used to be a chauffeur for Mallory, right?
Yeah?
Where is he now?
In Spain.
Mallory's got a house in the country, hasn't he?
No.
Hit him.
Address!
Hadley Farm. Barn Inn, Tring.
Well, what are you doing working as a sweep? Mallory so mean he wouldn't keep you on half pay while he was away.
Didn't know how long he was going to be away for.
He'll be away till Tusser gets out. Maybe you know that. Maybe you know that when Tusser gets out, there won't be any Mallory for you to chauffeur. Because you're smart. Now, you stay smart. You think of all the things you'd tell us if you got very smart. We'll be back. You ever thought of having a place in the country, George?
But on the coppers bunts, do leave off. You were set up in the sticks, weren't you?
Yeah, swinging rye slip.
Yeah, my missus would like to get out of the smoke.
And you out of the job, eh?
Look, Governor, I'll do a deal with you. You don't talk about my wife. And I won't talk about how Mr. Laker might be right. And we might be messing up the whole murder squad investigation.
I'll tell you something. He's on a winning streak with this amalgamation. You watch, you'll be in charge of giving the pencils out any day now.
Yeah, and we'll be back to taking old ladies across the road, if we're lucky.
a bad pad. Need a suit of white.
How many acres?
About 20.
Keep looking. Let's look upstairs. Look down there.
George? Miss Cuff?
Mallory was wearing this in the photograph the girl showed me. Now, he didn't have this in Spain with him a month ago and then send it back here. And according to the girl, he took it everywhere with him. It was a present from Mummy.
Yeah, that's right. He loves his old lady. That's why he's not a great womanizer. No, it's all Sunday lunch with Mum.
Mallory's got money, and yet he doesn't give his faithful driver a few weeks off with pay.
No, it's just not his style, Gov. He looks after his boys.
Mallory didn't go to Spain. I reckon that was an old photograph and somebody else sent it. And Andy Morton got another job because he knew. I think Tussis had him killed. I reckon Mallory's dead. Tell me something. You're doing well with me in the squad. 18 months pass and you get up and quit. Why?
I told you, Gov. New married, too much work, the wife never saw me. And I want to stay married.
So did I. Hey, the bastard's caught up with us. Isn't that one of Laker's sergeants in the driving seat?
Yes.
I think we'll lose him.
But hold on, Gov. What happens if they put a call on MP? We'll have every mobile in London trying to stop us.
And have every PC knowing that CID's at each other's throats. Laker hasn't got the guts to start something like that. Hold on.
I never had you for a Wills man, Gov.
Right. We assume Mallory's dead. So Carly walks into that pub. Now, what does he see that's his death warrant? He sees Tusser boys drinking with Mallory's.
So Tusser's had Mallory knocked off, and his boys have sold out and they're celebrating.
Right. They recognize Carly as a copper. They realize he'll suss them, so they follow the poor bastard outside and kick him to death.
And the man who set it all up is miles away, tucked up in bed, in the chokey.
Well, up to you, Mr. Brown. Well, up to me.
Sit down. Detective Inspector Regan, Flying Squad. James Edward Tusser. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
As a general rule, I don't do that kind of thing.
You someone special? Yeah, I was told you were something special, so I looked at your form. I came to the conclusion that you're nothing. You couldn't move in on a sophisticated West End operation. The doorman would boot you around the back.
What do you want? You want information? So where do we go from here?
A colleague of mine was murdered yesterday. You hear about it?
I've been in jail for 10 months.
And when did you get out?
2 months.
You were sentenced to 18 months.
6 months remission.
For good behavior?
Yeah. Sometimes it's a good idea to follow the rules.
Look, people like you can kill each other. I don't give a damn. But when you murder one of us, there are no rules at all.
I don't know what you mean.
Now, you say you get 6 months off for good behavior. I'm saying what good behavior? You just hit me. That means the full 18 months plus an additional sentence for assaulting a police officer.
I haven't hit you.
No, no. My sergeant's gonna hit me. But I'm gonna say you hit me.
You'd pull that one, eh?
You know I would. Now, you're gonna give me information. I'm gonna go away and check it. And if it's wrong, I'm gonna come back and you're gonna hit me again. And you're gonna get another 3 years.
You bastard.
Now, we know there are 15 key mugs in Mallory's lot, but Mallory never had a crown prince. So, who's running the shop while he's away? 3 years is a long time when you've got a lot of bread waiting. Okay, Sergeant, make it look good.
Dale. Arthur Dale.
He's number 1.
Yeah.
Arthur Dale. Andy Morton, please.
Yeah, speaking.
Listen to me. I know Mallory's dead.
Who's that?
I know who killed that young copper. I want money.
What?
You tell Dale I want 10,000 in cash. Tonight at 9 o'clock. I'll meet him in the sheds near where the cop was slammed.
Who are you?
9 o'clock on the waste ground. It's Regan here. You get me Sergeant Kent.
Mr. Regan? Look, I just had a call from a Mrs. Annie Morris. She wants you to contact her.
Yeah.
Look, I'll put you through to Mr. Askins. He's very anxious to speak to you.
No, don't do that.
Look, Gum, I was instructed to put you through to Mr. Askins as soon as you're called.
Shut up, Sergeant, and write this down. Hadley Farm, Barn End, Tring. Tell Mr. Askins Mallory's dead. That's where he's buried.
Regan, what the hell do you mean by visiting Tusser? Are you out of your mind? Now listen to me. Okay, studio, ready to record.
Superintendent, you've read the fictional script about the robbery.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a few questions about it as if you were on TV, right?
Right.
Superintendent Maynard, this is the 5th major bank robbery to take place in London in the past month. Now, can I ask you what you're doing about it?
Well...
Superintendent, always start to answer the question as soon as the interviewer stops. If you pause even for a couple of seconds, you're in trouble. Those seconds seem like hours to the viewer. Looks like you're stumped for an answer. All right, let's press on. When you're ready, Superintendent. Superintendent, those 5 major bank robberies that have taken place in London in the past month, what are you doing about it?
We've assigned a team of top detectives to the case. We have, in the past few days, received some important information, and we'll be acting on that information. Further, I think it's...
Stop. Sorry to keep interrupting, Superintendent, but we've got to get it right. Either look at me or look at the camera. Don't switch your eyes back and forth between the two. Otherwise, in close-up, you just end up by looking shifty. If you must move your eyes, then move them slowly and deliberately. Okay?
Yeah.
Superintendent...
will you excuse me one moment?
Where's makeup? Superintendent is 53. He looks 60. Plant a boot up her backside, will you?
We've got to do something about him, sir.
These 5 major bank...
He's not listening to anyone.
Do you think I look shifty?
And contrary to my explicit instructions to go snooping around the serious crime squad, visit Tusser interview Mallory's girlfriend. Now he's left orders for me to go and dig up some bloody farm.
You mean disciplinary charges?
Yes.
It's not sod, Regan. 20 years ago, he'd been the perfect cop. The days of individualists. Now he's out on a limb. Sometimes wonder if these new ideas are for the best.
I think so, sir.
Okay. Bring him in. Put him on suspension with full pay.
Right, sir.
By the way, I think he's right about Mallory. Arrange a search of the farmhouse and grounds.
Hello, love.
Eddie's back.
You're Eddie? He's not due back for months yet.
Tanker caught fire. Lengthy repairs.
When did he get back?
Last night. It looks like permanent. They've flown him back to a new job.
Where's he now?
He's out buying a car. He won't be back for a while.
So how is it between you two?
Good. Considering.
Considering what?
Considering you left a jacket and 2 pair of wide fronts in his wardrobe.
What did he say to that?
Not a lot. He's got a forgiving nature.
And you reckon he's back for good? Huh?
Yeah.
That's all right with you? You'll have him back?
He's good to me.
Sure. That's that, really.
I suppose so.
It's a great pity, Annie. It's a bloody shame.
What about your wife? 6 months ago, you thought there might be a chance.
Not really.
Got to get someone to look after you, Jack.
Lucky old Eddie.
I loved you. If it doesn't work out with him...
Sure.
Mr. Dale, what brings you here?
I mean, I was just about to knock off. I'd have come round to see you, Mr. Dale. Unless, of course, you were passing. A lovely piece, right, Mr. Dale? I know her. That ain't a boy, it's the instructor. Would you like an introduction? Did you find out who the bloke was? You know, the telephone call?
Not yet.
I beg your pardon? It's a bit worrying, isn't it? I mean, somebody phoning up like that out of the blue, saying Mallory was murdered. Story is he's supposed to be in Spain, isn't it?
That's right, Andy. Spain.
What are you going to do about it? You know, the bloke on the phone.
I was going to ask you.
I don't understand.
6 of us know Mallory's dead. Mr. Tusser, me, George, Tony and Ed here, and you. You know Andy. Right, Andy?
Yeah.
Now, the reason we know, me, George, Tony and Eddie, is that we topped the bastard, right? But Mr. Tusser. So, we'd be careful about shouting it around. I mean, the involvement in the death, you see. You understand? I mean, we'd keep our trap shut, right? Right?
Yeah.
How about you?
About me?
You've loosed off to some Burke, or you're pulling the caper yourself. You've got some mate waiting for 10 grand, which you'll split.
Oh, no.
Sit down, Ed. Sit. I know you've double-crossed us, Ed.
You've got it completely wrong, Mr. Dale.
I'm not going to wipe you yet. Just going to teach you a little lesson, Andy. You seem to have forgotten what loyalty's about, and you'll have to learn it again. Oh, you're not going to die. Just, hospital for a few months. Give you time to think things over and decide never to mess with me, or the lads, or Mr. Tusser again. Never do it, Andy.
You know all issue of guns have to be reported direct to the superintendent now.
I've signed for it. I'll have it back in the morning before the super knows I've got it.
Over here. Give us a hand. Get Inspector Laker.
Nothing up here, sir.
Mr. Laker, over here.
Take the logs away. George Mallory. You bastard, Regan. You lucky bastard.
The information I've got about Mallory being dead and you killing that cop, I've put it in a note and sent it to a friend.
Nobody pays blackmailers, son.
I've got proof you tried to kill that cop. The car was an accident.
That's right. We killed people. But we fluffed that one. I shan't make the same mistake twice.
I want 10 grand.
Okay, you've got a friend, but you're the witness, not him. I'll make a deal with you. You tell me who blabbed, you can walk out of here. Yes or no? Bad luck, son.
Carter! I'm Regan, flying squad. Arthur Dale, you're under arrest.
George? Tony, Eddie. That right? What do you mean I'm under arrest? I've got 3 boys here with 3 shooters. You want to live? Either of you two want to live? Yes?
then we'll have to talk a deal. You don't understand. My skipper's got the guts to blow your head off the minute I tell him.
Are you stupid? You can't kill me. He'll be dead 2 seconds after it.
Why?
Because my boys will zero you.
Will they? Will you? Tony? Eddie? George?
Come on in, lads.
We're the Sweeney. We kill him, nothing. You kill us, 30 years. So, come on. Tony, Eddie. It won't be as easy as Cowley.
George, come back. Tony, Eddie, where you going?
Don't move.
Come back, you bastards! George!
Looks like it's just you and us, Dale. Now, are we gonna blow your head off, or are you gonna point that gun down? Now, you heard all that. You heard the admission about Carly.
Oh, yes, Gov.
Now, get the car.
Yes, sir.
Now, you'll be telling us the names in full. There's Tony, and Eddie, and George. Carly was a good...
This stinking ape is licensed till March. It's April the 20th. I'll have you for that and all.
Come in. Sit down, Jack. We got the lab report. Bullets in Mallory were fired from Dale's gun. He was going to take the rest of the bunch and join Tusser's mob. Not very nice. This afternoon, I ordered you to be suspended pending disciplinary charges.
So I hear.
You done a fairish job. Serious crime squad had 20 men on Mallory, no idea he was dead. And you got Dale for that, and for killing Cowley. Poor Cowley. He was roaming around out there, not writing reports, not communicating with anybody. Your responsibility. But just like you roam around out there. Jack. The days of one-man bands are over now in an orchestra. Every move you made could have been made with the necessary authority, tact, and diplomacy. As it is, you've made SCS look like fools and Lakey your sworn enemy. And what's most important, you could have ended up dead like Cowley.
Did I get the result?
You're a gambler, Jack. You played a long shot and it came up. That's why we're ringing the changes. No more Lone Rangers. From now on, you'll be 1/200th part of any successful case, not the hero of the hour. I have a feeling you're not going to buy this. But think about it. And I'll think about you. Somehow, we've got to find a way of making you work as part of a team. Or go away. Get right out of it.
There you go, Gov.
So,
You got away with it again, didn't you?
well, don't you start. Got away with it. I got the bastard who did it.
Near am I standing in the freezing cold while my wife's at home in bed, I hope.
Oh, come on, George. You're not a 9 till 5 man over there sitting behind a desk, swigging tea all day and waiting to get home to the roses. Well, you're like me. You're a copper. You belong out here in the cold. You know it.
Yeah.
Fancy a decent drink?
Well, my arm could be twisted.
I know a place where we can get one.